everyone, it's Ardith. Thanks for dropping by. Today I made a cozy card using some stamps and dies from a Jillian Vance design. I started with the knit background builder in my MISTI. I removed the mouse pad since this is a cling stamp, and I got out my WOW embossing ink. Then I remembered to use an anti-static pouch on my card panel before inking it up. I was feeling pretty proud of myself at this point because that's a step I often forget. So I inked up the stamp and I stamped it. I inked it really well, and I used my sleeve to give good pressure onto the cardstock. I really should have inked and stamped it at least one more time, but I didn't. I got out my white embossing powder and I poured it over before heating it with my heat gun until it was all melted and smooth. This is another stumbling block for me. Sometimes when I've stamped a full background panel, I get impatient and I miss heating areas where there's embossing powder, or I don't heat it long enough, and then I end up with areas where the powder is falling off. But not this time. I was very careful and I went row by row until the very end, and then I gave it an extra little bit all over just to be really sure. Next, I got out some Catherine Pooler inks in festive colors to blend over the knitted background in stripes. Since the stripes were narrow, I used a sponge dauber to blend the ink on. This gave me more control and precision. When I was finished each stripe, I stopped and wiped off the white embossed outlines. This was for two reasons. First, I figured the less time the ink sat on the embossing, the less chance there was of it staining. And second, since I was moving right into a complementary color, I didn't want that ink sitting wet on top of the slick surface of the white embossing and getting mixed in with my next color. I used Rockin Red, Lime Rickey, Party Dress, and Fiesta Blue, and as I was doing this, I noticed that my embossing was not as solid as it would have been if I had taken the time to add more embossing ink by stamping the image multiple times. I ended up doing another background off screen, and that's what's in the final card. For my focal image, I chose this cute snowman from the Frosty set. I love how he's looking up in anticipation. For my purposes, I figured his arms were outstretched for a warm, cozy hug. I colored him with Copic markers, using 4 similar colors to add stripes to his scarf so that he would coordinate with the knitted background. I also added some pink cheeks and thickened up his arm branches with some brown. To finish the card, I chose a sentiment from the Let It Snow set. I performed a little surgery and removed the word winter so that it would fit onto this stitched sentiment strip. I trimmed the knitted panel with a stitch dot rectangle die and adhered it to a white card base. I hope you enjoyed this video. This cuddly background is perfect for cozy cards or for someone who loves to knit. Shopping links are below and on Jillian's blog. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.